Hey, what's up? It's Lucas, and welcome to yet another video. In today's video, I want to talk about the difference between an online course and an online coaching program. Now, I really hope we listen in and we take some notes because there is a massive difference between the two. But many coaches are selling a course and calling it a coaching program, or they're selling a coaching program but they're calling it a course, and that's doing them a disservice and it's doing their audience a disservice. And at the end of the day, I think if we can differentiate between the two, I'm also going to talk about the hybrid model, which is what we do. We do a mix of both. You're going to get way more miles out of your actual program. You're going to get way more miles out of your actual business, and you're going to make it clear for your audience what is it I'm actually selling. And then it makes pricing your program or your course or your hybrid model much easier. A lot of people are looking at their course and like, well, what should I price this at? Or is it a coaching program and should I price it? What's the difference between a $1,000 course and a $10,000 coaching program? Do I have a course or a coaching program? Let's just talk about all that fun stuff and get it straight. Now, if you're listening to the audio experience, we take these videos and we put them up on the podcast. And if you're watching this video, then make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, subscribe, and in the comments, anything that lands, anything that's useful, anything you can apply, any clarity you've gotten, let me know in the comments below. Not only does it help me, I love reviewing the comments and seeing how this serves you, but it also helps anyone coming behind you. It's at the end of the day, the importance of a community, and many people online are selfish. They just take, and all I ask is just give a little nugget, something that lands, or maybe something that you know that I don't mention in this video. Leave it in the comments below to serve those behind you. With that said, course and a coaching program. I think the most obvious is a coaching program has some kind of guidance, has some kind of support. A course, maybe there's 10 modules, 12 modules, a bunch of videos to go through, no live support, nada. That's a course. A coaching program may have a weekly live. It may have multiple lives. It may have a weekly or a monthly Q&A. It may have a mastermind attached to it. It may have a ton of resources, a ton of downloads, but the biggest difference is one has actual live support. Now that may be group, or it may be one-on-one, or it may be a mixture of both. And a course has a course. Here is information packaged up in a step-by-step guide, and here you go. It's a course. We don't really sell courses. I'm not big into courses, and I'm not making it wrong, but I don't think courses create the impact that they could. I do like having some kind of support, whether I'm joining a program or we're selling a program. I like to have support. Now, sometimes that's just going to be a live. When I first started the Coaches University, that was three and a half years ago, we had weekly lives. People could submit their questions and I answered them. Back in the day, I was an army of one and I did my thing with clients and it was a lot of fun. I also had actual coaching programs. That was like 2 months, 3 months of one-on-one. We met every week and that was a coaching program. Then I was like, you know what? I'm spending a lot of time repeating the same things and teaching the same thing to my one-on-one clients over and over and over. And so why don't I create video resources that will do the teaching? They can learn it, get the information, and now they can show up on our coaching call fully prepared, not only saving them time, but also saving me time from repeating the same thing over and over. So they get more bang for their buck. They get more time coaching. Just asking questions, guiding them through it, and having them ultimately come up with their own answers. And I was like, okay, this one-on-one, so I was doing a coaching program and it was one-on-one. I was like, once a month, let's do a mastermind where all of my clients can meet together and they can meet each other. And I saw a really cool thing happen is everybody started saying that is the most valuable call they have per month. They love our one-on-one time, but that group call where they see other people's questions and they see other people's experiences help them. It gets them out of the bubble, gets them in a community, and it has them see what else is happening. That made sense to me, so I started doing weekly group calls. And clients got more value from it. Now, there was still a time and place for one-on-one, but oftentimes someone would join a group call. There'd be 5, 6, 7, 8 individuals in there working on the same problem, and breakthroughs happen way quicker. And then there was time for, hey, I have a specific problem and I need 10, 15 minutes, and we do some one-on-one calls. And that was the evolution of the Coaches U from a one-on-one program into a group program, into a hybrid program, into a massive database of resources for all the teaching, for all the learning, for all the knowledge, and then a ton of support, whether that's in a Facebook group, which clients can get support in a Facebook group, they can get support on a one-on-one call, they can support in a group call, they can get support in a Facebook Live, and we do them all. So there's multiple ways to get support. And that to me is a hybrid model. That's taking everything. That's taking a course, a group, and a one-on-one and putting it all into one program so clients are massively supported, dependent on their learning style and how they love communicating and what kind of support, what kind of help they need. Now that was years in the making. But you can look at that and say, okay, what is it I'm selling? So maybe you're selling something now and you're trying to get clarity on what it is you're selling. Is it a course, a group program, or a one-on-one? Or if you're not selling anything, what would you love to sell? I always recommend sell one-on-one program first, because you're going to get the nitty-gritty details from your clients. You're going to be able to improve your skill set. You're going to be able to get better at your craft, and you're going to have a way deeper understanding of your clients. Now, once you do that successfully and you're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 clients every month at maybe $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000, and you're good when it comes to the revenue, you've got some cash in the bank, then you could build out a group program. You're going to understand the journey that all your clients go through, and you're going to be able to build out an experience. You're going to be able to build out resources, videos, downloads, cheat sheets, whatever. And now you can take a group of clients who are all suffering from and trying to solve the same problem and work them through a series of steps together. That's a group program. Now you may want to have an additional one-on-one time. That to me is becoming very hybrid, kind of what we do. And once you're done that successfully, you'll have a very good understanding of the journey that your clients go through. And the more questions you get asked, the more you can help answer those questions ahead of time in your resources. And you may want to take that membership site and turn it into a standalone course where people buy it, $500, $1,000, and they go through a course. Totally legit. We don't do it because there's so many tiny nuances and directions you can go building an online coaching business that we have decided to always keep an element of support, because there are some questions that can't be answered through a step-by-step course because there's just too many variables. There's not one way to build this whole thing, especially when it comes to content creation and messaging. We want to make sure we can review that and actually give you support on creating a really powerful message instead of guessing on your message and following a course and a formula for it. So we have just chosen not to do that. Now, it's not wrong. You can absolutely do it. We have just chosen from how we like to deliver that we don't want to do that. Now, you may want to do that. 100% legit. You may want to do a course that just has a monthly Facebook Live element to it. That's cool. There's a little bit of coaching, a little support in there, and now you can make that known that, yes, this is included in the course. Access to a members-only group. You'll have to be careful not to call it a full-out coaching program because it's still not, but you'll have access to a group and a monthly Q&A where people can ask questions or maybe do some live training. So what I'm ultimately getting at is you can build this out however you want, but the closer to one-on-one time someone has with you, generally the more you'll be able to sell your coaching program. If it's a group program, you may not be able to sell it as much as a one-on-one program unless there's a hybrid element to it. Now, that's not absolutely true, but for the most part, of course, you may think your time is worth $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 an hour, depending on how skilled you get, how sought out you get. And of course, someone will pay you more for an hour of your time. I paid thousands of dollars for an hour of someone's time because I wanted to learn something. And then you obviously have your course, which will generally be the lowest price point. Now, what has really tainted this industry is people have been selling courses, calling it a coaching program. So people spend a ton of money on what is an actual course. And then they're like, coaching doesn't work. Coaching is a scam. It's not. You were just sold a course and you were under the impression that it was a coaching program. It wasn't. Or if you're selling a course and calling it a coaching program, like, stop doing that right now. Call it a course. It's fine. There's no shame in that. But you could build a coaching program from the course and then offer actual support for 2 months or 3 months or whatever you decide to do, 6 months. That to me is the biggest difference. Is a course has no support at all. A coaching program starts introducing support, and now you can call it for what it is. We have lives, or maybe we have a group Zoom, or maybe we have a one-on-one time, or maybe we have both. And we just have everything in the Coaches U. That's the way that I like it. So you get access to everything. However you feel, you want to learn or whatever. I hope that makes sense. Does that help? In the comments, let me know anything you got from this. What are you selling? Is it a course, a program? Is it a hybrid program? Is it a one-on-one? Is it a group? Did this give you clarity on what you could sell? And do you see how this could help you create price points that back up and that match and that mirror what it is you're actually selling to help avoid confusion for your clients, make it crystal clear, and then when your clients do buy your course or your program, they know what they're getting into and they get over-delivered on. They're like, whoa. Instead of selling a coaching program that's actually a course and now your clients are just like, this is underwhelming, or you buying a course under the impression that it's a coaching program and then being completely underwhelmed. Really hope that helped. www.lucasrubix.com. We got a ton of resources, a ton of downloads, and of course, you can also check out the Coaches University. It is by application only, but if you're feeling called, if you're feeling pulled to joining a very high-level community, a step-by-step program with a ton of coaching support, like actual coaching support, like actual lives and group coaching and one-on-one coaching, and a Facebook group, and any question you have gets answered in a timely manner, generally within 24 hours, unless it's the weekend, then check it out. The Coaches University is by application only, but you're welcome to fill out an application. We'd love to chat with you and see if it's a good fit. www.lucasrubix.com. With that said, I'll let you go. Make sure you like this video. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next video.